you have any question you want to ask her, so to help assist you. So we bust the door and we peep in, and I say, we're supposed to come back to the nurse. So she was like, the bench them full, so nobody else can come in yet, right? So when I peeped, the bench was never full, just the front bench, the full, the back one had nobody. So
39 countries. That's how many nations have been banned or restricted from entering the United States for the 2026 World Cup. The majority of them are non-white. The majority of them are African.
So Guyanese brothers and sisters, after more than 100 days, hiatus from the parliament, and after the international community diplomats had to basically force the People's Progressive Party Civic One Guyana government to actually hold parliament.
Talk the things, me comfy, talk the things, you hear? Talk the things, me comfy, talk the things, you hear me? Talk the things, me comfy, talk the things. Me no business, me no care if them screw face, whoa! Talk the things, me comfy, talk the things, you hear me? Talk the things, me comfy, talk the things, whoa! Talk the things, me comfy, talk the things. Me no business, me no care if them no worried.
Neighbors, let me start the things about now. Let's start the things TV. How you guys doing, man? Hope you guys doing fine. Hope you guys doing great. Welcome back to our next upload of the next update. Welcome back to the channel, man. How you guys doing? As I said, we start this upload. You know there any part bubbling, you know the not on the plate, you know they're on the menu. Make sure you stick around to the end of the content to get every little piece of detail that we got for you. Remember to drop those comments in the comment section. I will reply to how much that I could. You understand? Remember, I want you guys to run up the likes on this one quick and fast. It is, Tuesday. So you know it goes already. Don't know it goes already. Big up to all the Geminis still. Yeah, man, like I said, run up the likes on this one. It's going to get 300 likes. And remember to give the video a hype. Remember, every subscriber have 3 hype per week. That's how it goes. So mind on you're using your hype. You know how it goes, right? All right, see what's going on. Once again, 50K by year end. Feel free to give the video a thumbs up. Smash that subscribe button and put your post notification bell on. So you'll be logged into the channel where you get the latest thing going on in Guyana, in the diaspora, around the world, around the Caribbean. Y'all know we do it over here, so. You understand? So big up everybody that definitely tune in. See what's going on. Time for we jump straight into business. Let's get into these topics that we got for you, quick and fast. Let's get this.
Yo, I want Tattoo King never two. I'm here represent for Targeting TV. Yeah, when you want to see all the uncut, unedited, uncensored news about GT, all the Guyana entertainment, you need to check out Targeting TV. Yeah, for your feelings, big up yourself, my general. Yeah.
Well, viewers and subscribers, definitely welcome to the channel. Hope you guys doing good. Today we're going to kick it off with a little problem. You know, like we say, we touch on every little scene and touch on every little thing. Now it seems like Georgetown Public Hospital is back again in the hot water. I'm telling you. And this scenario that we're going to definitely bring to you guys is kind of crazy. I want your honest thoughts on it to let me know who wrong from who right. You understand? Because I can't believe why hearing this. This is full stubbornness. But I gotta bring it to you guys, you understand? So big up everybody who tune in. Please like up the video. You know it goes. Let's jump into this right away. Let me hear what happened with Georgetown Hospital.
So today we are going to talk about the best hospital, aka the worst hospital ever. Now let's start. So yesterday I got a call. I didn't want to answer the call because I thought it was somebody wanted Neil to do. But I said, man, let's start eat yet. Let's answer the call. When I answered the call, the person was like, good morning, this is so person. So I was like, who? Because me, nobody by their name. Then they say it's from Potential Secondary School. So I don't say, oh, it's something with Angeli. So I said, yeah, good morning, what's up? And I was told that Angeli took in, which is stomach, your heart, whatever you want to say. And they carrying shit to the hospital. And if I can reach them there. So I was like, okay, no problem. Because I don't do everything. All I gotta do, put on clothes and so on. Yeah, I don't like beads, so I put on my clothes and I gone. So I took a taxi and I went because I didn't know how serious it was. And So I take a taxi and I went.
They should admit you.
When I go, I see my child at Best Hospital, aka the worst hospital ever, in a wheelchair. So I was like, what the hell does my place to be, not you? So anyway, I think a few teachers went, like 3 teachers or so went with her. So I took over. They asked if I want them to stay, or they were so nice and kind. But I said, no, I'm here, I'll take over. You guys can go. So she went and did the heart tests and whatever other tests and so on and things. So they sent us over to, and that was like around 9 something. They reached around 9 or just after 9. I reached like around 9:30, I think. After the tests are finished, they send us over to outpatient. Well, anyway, by the time I must send, we have a group chat, so I send in the group chat that I'm at the hospital with Angeli, making laugh about it and stuff. Nah? And by the time you come from 1 to 10, my sister don't reach from dairy to base. So we went over to outpatient. We got number 44. Mind you, I didn't went to best in so much years. Like, I forget that the number does be on the little thing that they give to you, right? Where they check your blood pressure and your blah, 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 and the number does be there. So, like, me, I really know, because I would have never guessed it, because there was, like, around 15 people on the bench that we went and meet on the bench, like around 15, right? So after they send me now to get the card, the card that they just have at the hospital if you come there or whatever. I didn't know that Angeli had a card there, because we don't really go there. So when I'm going to come back now, I asking people, did they call anybody in? No, they didn't call nobody in yet. We waited. I still don't know that number 44 was our number, because they didn't had 20 people they didn't had on the bench, right? So I didn't know that we was 44. So like after like 7 minutes to 12 no, and nobody them not calling. So I was like, we start round now, right? Every time you go and push your head inside, they say when you collect the card, come back to the nurse. So when we collect the card, we went back to the nurse now. The security guard that's supposed to sit outside to help assist you if you have any, question you want to ask her, so to help assist you. So we bust the door and we peep in. And I say, we are supposed to come back to the nurse. So she was like, the bench them full, so nobody else can come in yet, right? So when I peeped, the bench was never full, just the front bench, the full, the back one had nobody. So I said, we gotta come and see the nurse back. And she was like, the nurse is not here, right? Maybe the nurse gone somewhere in the building, somewhere. Anyway, we sat down, we waited, we rowing to, because we don't know what number was last called. Anyway, after we rowing outside, and so they rowing too, right? But I don't know what the hell they rowing for, because it's them fault. They can't explain themselves properly, and the security guard is supposed to sit outside where the patients them are sitting in case you need any info. No, she sit down, she asks inside taking AC. But anyway, now after we rowing and thing, and so you see, let me be exact. 16 minutes past 12. One of them come out and saying number 14, 15, 16. So I was like, we the here? What since when? And now 14, 15 and 16 getting calling? What am I gonna do whole half day? Anyway, well, my sister had to go and collect her grandson from preschool, so we say here we gonna go, and by the time we come back, we gonna do somewhere around the 30 line. Now, mind you, there isn't any people that we could say, well, you got 44 people there, or you got even 20 people sitting on the bench, right? So we left and we gone, because we know up to 16 gone in there now. Good. We went, collect she grandson, drop he home, drink a little water, whatever, give Angie to eat and blah, 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 right? Where we gone back now was, what time we gone back? Like 2 o'clock? Almost 2 o'clock, right? Where we gone now? We sit down, we ask them what number call. They say how no number in call. Then people say no number in call since them day, right? Maybe they must just come, whoever say it, right? I got on the bus the door for find out what number they call last. Anyway, guess what? The whole inside of the building was empty, and that's outpatient. There is no nurse, no patient, nobody. Right? So I was like, them ain't call nobody here from since so let me say 12:30 to now. The people them say no. So we start cuss and quarrel. We start behave, not cuss, we start behave like mad people, right? Because nobody's coming to tell us nothing, and it's afternoon already. And mind you, my child came from potential secondary school, and she's a teacher, she have on she uniform, right? We're not saying she's supposed to get top-notch treatment, me ain't saying that. But what's saying, if you go with a problem, imagine she go with a problem, we came home 4 o'clock. We still don't know what is the problem. They still in diagnosed with no problem, but we can get to that. No. Our next man came and he bust the door, and we asked them nurse there, they come back. Nobody. The whole place empty. So more bad now. Everybody that sit down there, the 10 of we or the couple of we that sit down there, we rowing, right? One of them pulled through the door. Y'all gotta realize that it takes around 4 hours to get through. This is outpatient, and if y'all dying or y'all whatever, y'all could go to the emergency. We were at the emergency earlier. They sent us there. People say we went to the emergency already, and they send we outpatient. So like they send we outpatient for them. So I asked the woman, I say, what number last y'all call? Right? She can turn and tell me how me call no number. It's not me call no number. I said, okay, what number last went in? I don't know. How I gonna know I didn't call no number? Fucking bitch. You come out for call number now, but you ain't know what last number call. So what number you gonna call from now? You ain't supposed to know, well, already the last number went in was 23. So now you gonna come out calling 24? It is so simple. Right? Now she gonna call from she calling nobody. People them in there, right? So they start from 30 something going up, right? Part 2. Look out for part 2.
Look out for part 2. Definitely we gotta get part 2. I hope I catch part 2. But based upon what the female is saying is foolishness, you know what I mean? And there's the incompetence within we Guyanese people with these government official jobs, with the attitude that they got also, because basically what she's saying is truth. If they stop coming from 16, like she said, 14, 15, 16 was the number them calling, right? It's 3 numbers, right? So after then, they left. Because they don't see, well, all these people them taking long. So they make a move, go and pick up whoever pick me, ting, come back. Now I sit down and I say to myself, indeed, they could go and spend a couple of time, you know, and give time. But then I study and say, you can't even bubble because you don't know how fast they might walk. Sometimes they might walk in slow when you did there. But when you left, sometimes things start to progress. You understand? So you can't bubble too long on the outside. You gotta come back and make sure you catch your seat. Although you did 30 something. She right. Because by the time she come back, at least, if they're moving fast, like I'm telling you and I'm thinking, they should at least like 29, 28, 29 going into the 30. So for she go there now finding out that out there, them ain't call nobody after the 16. And the girl still can't say which number was called last or if she called one number or whatever, because it shouldn't even be an issue. These things should be on paper. Simple. It's a number figure out. So them is come out and call the numbers as who got numbers. So the number's supposed to check off. It's simple. What's the attitude about? What's the big scene about? No, this little girl's sick. This little girl gotta get dealt with. None of this girl taking a game and cramp out right there. What are you gonna say? I tell you, in Georgetown Hospital, you need to do more better, man. You need to do better up on a real life level. But leave your comments in the comment section. Let me know what's your thoughts. We're going to move to international now. You guys know it's 2026 and it is the World Cup FIFA. Now, for those persons who don't know, I'm not a big rugby fan, tennis or no hockey or none of them things. I'm a soccer fan. And when it's FIFA, is my shit. But guess what's going on? FIFA is being held in America. Yes, the 2026 FIFA is in the US of E. Here is really freaking thing about now. Y'all remember Donald Trump done start his big stupidness with telling people that who he ban and how much country he done ban and all these kind of thing. Oh God. It's problem now for the teams them that was selected to come to America. So guess what's going on? Most of the teams them will come from the countries them that was banned from coming to America. And who ain't banned coming to America for the FIFA World Cup is a chaos at the airport. Is all kind of thing happening, guys. Let me jump into this as we take it overseas. 2026 FIFA World Cup in America, disaster.
39 countries. That's how many nations have been banned or restricted from entering the United States for the 2026 World Cup. The majority of them are non-white. The majority of them are African. A country that can't welcome the global majority has no business hosting the world's tournament. Meet Omar. He's CAF's African Referee of the Year for 2025, and he's the first Somali ever selected to officiate at a World Cup final. He arrived at Miami International Airport with a valid visa and a diplomatic passport. The U.S. turned him away and sent him back to Istanbul without an explanation or an apology. FIFA appointed him and the U.S. rejected him. This is what American racism looks like on a world stage. It's unapologetic and totally indifferent to excellence. And he's not the only one. 6 members of the executive committee of the Senegalese Football Federation were also denied entry. And when the Senegalese team itself arrived, footage on social media shows them subjected to excessive and degrading security checks on the tarmac. World-class athletes being treated like a threat on the soil of the country hosting their tournament. No European team is being screened like that when they land. The bias is not subtle, and it never has been. 4 qualified nations, Haiti, Iran, Ivory Coast, and Senegal, have fans that are barred entirely. Algeria, Morocco, Egypt, Tunisia, and Nigeria face visa bans and processing delays. A record 10 African teams are in this tournament. And many African fans are just choosing not to come. They're going to Canada or Mexico instead. And then there's the price. Tickets range from thousands of dollars to tens of thousands of dollars. Following your team from the group stage to the final costs nearly 5 times what it did at the last World Cup. Football Supporters Europe called it a monumental betrayal and filed a formal complaint with the European Commission. Nearly 17,000 fans have canceled their tickets, and close to 80% of hotels in U.S. host cities are reporting underwhelming bookings because the fans who would fill those rooms either can't get a visa or they can't afford a ticket. The United States has rendered its verdict on the global majority. You're not welcome here. Not as a fan, not as a referee, not as a federation official, not as an athlete on the soil of the country hosting your tournament. American bias has exposed something that the world can't ignore. The U.S. isn't equipped to host the world when it's made clear that the world isn't welcome here. And if you didn't know, now you know.
It's crazy, bro. Why for real? Why them? So where's the sense bringing World Cup to America, bro? Where's the sense? You want to exploit the people them? You done ban them already. Now you want to exploit them. Cause like she say, tickets done excess. Hotel, bag of money. Like it's like, come on, bro. Look how they treating them out of the airport. Like she said, the European countries them ain't going through this. It's basically the African countries them they need. This is totally crazy. This World Cup is gonna be a boring World Cup. I'm still gonna go though. I'm still going. Yeah, man, I'm still going. I'm still gonna go because I never been the World Cup before. So for see that in America is in Atlanta too. Or so I think it's in Atlanta or some. I think it's here, but even if it's in New York or wherever I'm going, we are going. Better believe that shit. We are going. Yeah, man. I'm taking the kids them and we're gonna take a walk. So it is what it is, but it does show that how it's cruel. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, they shouldn't even bring the World Cup here. So if they're gonna be the outcome. You know what I mean? And Donald Trump as a businessman, I don't know how he thinking. Like there's no respect to the boss. But this money, you know what I mean? You don't have to exploit the people them like that, you know what I mean? All the time money they making, but it seems that he got your own thinking to how he say you want to make America great again. So, you know what I mean? The boss is the boss. But yeah, I'll leave your comments in the comment section. Let me know what's your thoughts on this. Anyway, as we continue.
Sisters, after more than 100 days hiatus from the and after the international community diplomats had to basically force the People's Progressive Party Civic One Guyana government to actually hold parliament, the government of the day, the People's Progressive Party Civic, actually came into parliament on the 5th of June seeking a 54.8 billion in supplementary funding 4 months after a $1.5 trillion budget. Now, I wonder how it is the government can foresee that they're going to need such a hefty sum of money so early in the year. What are you saying? Minister Ashley Singh didn't do his maths properly? That already the government needs to seek a basically prop-up budget to add to a $1.5 trillion? This seemed to be a power move by the People's Progressive Party Civic. Now, let's read some of the article and see what some of this $54.8 billion is for. So 4 months after the government got approved for its massive $1.58 trillion budget, it has returned to the National Assembly seeking an additional $54.8 billion in supplementary funding. Again, I want to know how is it so early in the year? Minister Ashley Singh and Barrett Jagdeo and the President Ifran Ali and these guys can foresee that they're going to need such a hefty sum of money. But let's continue. The minister responsible for finances, Dr. Ashley Singh, laid the supplementary budget paper in the National Assembly this afternoon. This is a 5th of June article. The supplementary funds are being sought to support the government's development agenda, of course, but not to develop the people, and will cater for a number of government programs across several government ministries, including the Office of the Prime Minister, Minister of Agriculture, Public Works, Health and Home Affairs. In the supplementary budget, an additional $4.5 billion is being sought for the Ministry of Agriculture. And of that, $3 billion will be going to Guyana Sugar Corporation, while $807 million will go to the Guyana Rice Development Board. Under the Ministry of Public Works, the government is seeking an additional funding to accelerate work for miscellaneous roads and drains, as well as interland roads, and $496 million for the maintenance of interland airstrips. The government also wants a further $60 million for the Ministry of Home Affairs for the Customs Anti-Narcotic Unit, CANU. Now, based on my count, this didn't add up to $54 billion. I guess we will get the information about what is happening with the rest of this money so early in the year. So I decided to go a little bit farther back, and you know what I realized? This is the government regular trick. Now, as you guys know, 2025 produced a $1.3 trillion budget. I believe it was, don't quote me, but it was higher than $1 trillion. And in May, this is before this is before the 5th of June when they went for the 54 billion. In May last year, after they got that $1 trillion 2023.3 budget approved, they went back again to seek a 57.5 billion in supplementary fund. This is a normal trend with the People's Progressive Party Civic. I want you guys to see how quick and candidly these guys can go to the National Assembly and Parliament and request billions of dollars for them to build infrastructure that by now everyone knows is failing. They're putting square pegs in round hole. The contractors haven't been able to get it right, and the engineers that are supposed to be responsible for oversight of our money and ensure that our money is being spent frugally and not mismanaged like it has been, they seem to be allowing the poor infrastructure. But this is the regular tricks of the government. They always go back for money, but they continue to say to the Guyanese labor force, the heart and soul of Guyana, the engine of this country, the labor force, public and private sector, that to pay you guys is not sustainable. Yet last year they were able to go back for 57 billion in supplementary budget. This year is not even half of the year fully, and they are already back for $54 billion. These guys can more than get the money. These guys can get the money to invest into salaries and pension and public assistance and minimum wage. I'm telling you guys, they don't want to do it. They don't want to do it because the PPP believe once you guys can work and develop yourself and plan for your lives and live a little bit comfortable after you train and dedicated yourself, they believe they're going to lose a grip on you. So their governance is to keep you guys in financial shackles. Their governance is to keep you guys desperate and vulnerable. So any problems you encounter in life, you gotta run and you're gonna realize you meet right at the one Guyana man office. There's no way they can be able to go for 57 billion last year, and I know they got it. PPP know to get some money from the National Assembly and from Parliament. They know to get it. And then this year they already went back for 54 billion. It tells you that it's more than doable for the government to find supplementary budget to make sure that they pay the people fair salaries. In 2022, December 6th, they went back to Parliament for another supplementary budget. This time, 47 billion. That's 3 years in a row. They got supplementary budgets. Then we see in here that in 2022, November 30th, they went and got a 44.4 billion in supplementary budget. Brothers and sisters, how could it be possible that the government can continue to get proper so early in the year? To prop up a budget, it's like they can foresee that the prices of every single thing is going to skyrocket, which means that the cost of living is going to go up in this country. But they can foresee it, so they already start propping up the budget already. Now, how is it the PPP can continue to go and get these supplementary budgets to carry on with their developmental agenda that typically doesn't benefit 85% of Guyanese, but they cannot go to the same Parliament and request a $60 billion budget to fix the salaries of this country? Ask yourself, the brothers and sisters, why can they go and get an $80 billion supplementary budget and fix the electricity problem in this country, fix the water shortage problem in this country? I will tell you why. It's because the PPP's governance is not to liberate Guyanese people financially. It's not to develop Guyanese. It's not to give Guyanese opportunity to develop themselves. It's to use the wealth of this nation to trick our brothers and sisters with their birthright and get them to help them to sing their narratives so they can seem as if they're governing for all and as if they're great government. They're not. They're autocrats and they're dictators and they're succubus. They're sucking the lifeblood out of this country. They want to keep the Guyanese people vulnerable so you remain for sale to them. And this is why I can tell you guys, we don't need the one Guyana set that's supporting the government, even though we know many of them are fully aware that the government is running this country dysfunctionally and they got Guyanese people struggling and they're taking real advantage of Guyanese. Even though we know a lot of them feel that way, we can't wait on them to change. We got to be the change we want to see. We have to take to the streets. We have to protest. These guys were purporting protest, and when they were purporting it, these kind of supplementary low budgets weren't being taken. These figures of numbers so early in the year and all of these things. Why are we sitting and allowing these men to continue to show you guys that we could pay you but we're going to continue to take money on your backs. We're going to continue to leverage your country, your resources that belongs to you. And we're going to do with the money what we want. Invest it into failing infrastructure. Invest it into friends, families, and favorites. And making themselves billionaires overnight. Becoming like sultans and maharajas in this country. Guyanese brothers and sisters, it's time for us to take this country back from the PPP. I propose mass protest. Because there's no way they can justify why they can go and take these billions in supplementary budget to throw away and failing on infrastructure, but wouldn't take a little $80 billion and invest into equitable, fair compensation for competence in this country. This is an Eternity Enterprise presentation.
Well, as you hear, Eternity Enterprise, bringing that to you guys, and it's crazy. Like I said, he always puts on game. He always expose stuff that we really need to know what's going on. And, you know, these are stuff that a lot of Guyanese don't even give a damn about. You know what I mean? And these are very important stuff because this situation is a situation whereby 59% persons are still under poverty. Remember, it's not me said you understand? It's the racial, is the you know, it's the file. You know what I mean? It's the paperwork, it shows. So if we see that all these money they getting for spend for do these things, a lot of these projects ain't doing good, but still they want more money. And then we find out minister's son them got 300 million mansion and 200 million mansion, and ministers them own 4 or 5 mansions and luxury vehicles and all these estates. What really going on? Where the money going? Where the money really going? Why it gonna be 20% people under poverty? Because we know sometimes not everybody. For instance, America is a country where everybody's want to come to. But at the end of the day, America got it free at the same time too. They got people suffering, they got people homeless, they got people going through worse than we're going on home in Guyana. So he says not no better roses, but he says they consider a first world country. But we talking about the government, people them who are in place. We talking about how the system set. Despite which government going, they can still got people is gonna ball. Everybody ain't gonna get set. I don't know if everybody in Burkina Faso place, you know what I mean, if everybody are right, everything up, because we know you doing things. You know what I mean? If anybody crying, we don't know. But it's all the system said. Yeah, let me know in the comment section with your thoughts on this. Anyway, this is where I take and pull the curtains down. It was a pleasure being here with you guys. Like I said, if you watch the video so far, feel free to give the video a thumbs up. Smash that subscribe button and put your post notification bell on so you're notified when we drop a new video or we go live. Remember to give the video a hype. Every subscriber, again, have 3 hypes per week. And remember, when you give the video a hype more, you understand, YouTube is going to send you your score within the hype that you did for the channel. You know what I mean? And you will be rewarded also. So keep giving the video a hype, alright? And if you're watching the video still, check out this video right here. So, alright? Until next time, stay blessed, stay safe, your boy Fire Feelings. Let's start things TV. We out.